Welcome back to game 3 between Stefan and Maxi. We have switched civilizations, so it's Franks against Vikings. Now this time it's Vikings for Stefan and Maxi going with Franks here. It was an interesting game, game 2, because actually Franks with their paladins should be a little bit stronger in my opinion, and we've seen the advantage that Stefan had. But then, if you don't push in time before your gold runs out, if you don't use the siege, if you don't just crash your opponent in his own base, etc., then you may run in trouble. Vikings do have the better trash, I feel, and as long as you can't afford paladins, Vikings can go elite skirmishers, which are fully upgraded, and of course siege rams, maybe light cav even if needed. So gold is key here, of course, and let's see how the players are going to do in this game. Stefan with the Vikings this time, main gold forward, second stone inside but forward. He's got a lot of space in the back. This is actually walled and should not be able to, Maxi shouldn't be able to cut here. The second gold barely outside, but it is outside. We have one boar, two boars inside, 3 deer inside. Number 4 is outside. Stefan should make sure to not go through this gate while pushing the deer towards the corner. We have the third gold also outside and a main stone forward. So really not the best map for him, because the back a lot of nothing, but he should be fine with it. Let's go for Maxi space. First boar coming in. It's outside, or at least the second boar is. I guess both boars are outside. Stefan is not going to steal here. And look at this. This is beautiful. 4 deer inside. Quite some distance here, but they are lurable, of course. Main gold and second gold safe in the back. Main stone pretty safe in the back. Extra berries here on the side don't really matter. The second stone outside. And the third gold, I don't see it right now. Where is it? I'm missing that one. And actually, maybe I've seen it and just ignored it. Is that possible? Where is the last gold from Maxi? Is he missing a gold? Or am I just blind? Maybe. Ah, there it is. I didn't see it, or maybe I saw it and didn't realize it. So we have all the golds here, which makes sense. And there is a palisade wall coming up for Maxi, just in case. We have one really close to space. We have 2 in the open field between the 2 players. There is number 4, and I'm not sure where number 5 is, but now I can see it inside, literally inside Stefan's walls. I think I can go and speed up a little bit, because the players are going to go to Feudal Age and Castle Age just as it happens. And that means we don't really have anything too interesting to see. We can see a few deer being lured, but as this is not a live stream but a recorded game, it doesn't really make sense to go into details here. And not sure about this palisade wall, maybe to get the lure deer around, I'm not sure. Both players on the way to Feudal Age. Stefan is up first. We have 2 villages on gold here. Market Blacksmith coming up for Maxi. Same thing for Stefan, who's up to Castle Age a little bit faster. Of course, free wheelbarrow means Stefan's eco will be ahead immediately. And we have a barracks here actually for Stefan, which is interesting because it looks like Stefan wants to go for the relics. Then open this wall, and the barracks in front of that makes sure this stays walled for now. 2 spearmen out, maybe he's fearing some scouts or knights even coming in for Maxi, but that's not the case. And Stefan is going to be up to Castle Age, gonna go for the monastery here immediately, and only after that finishing the house. He's got 6 villagers on gold to get a few monks out, I guess. And I'm assuming we're gonna see TCs from Stefan very soon, but he doesn't have the wood he needs to put TCs down actually, which is surprising. I think he should have had the wood for at least 1 TC. With 5 farms, that's not too many, but he went up quite fast, quite early. We have TC coming up for Maxi here on the main stone, that little wood patch, which is actually pretty nice to have. And TCs number 3 and 4 immediately on the wood lines. Covering those golds just a little bit, but enough to give protection here. And that means we're going to see big boom against a push actually. Siege Workshop is up, that's why no TCs. Of course barracks, then monastery, then Siege Workshop, and an outpost coming up as well. Maxi with 4 TCs may run into trouble because he doesn't really have the wood to get a Siege Workshop and support mangonel production. But as I'm saying this, he's actually getting a Siege Workshop right now. But to get mangonels out won't be too easy for him. And Stefan, of course, focusing on this push. The first mangonel is out, the second on the way immediately. And we have 2 monks here. We have 2 relics inside. This is good. And I think Stefan should be able to get the rest of them because he can see everything. Nice scouting from him. So he's going to go in really fast. And Maxi with the first mangonel on the way, there we go. But Stefan, check this, outpost, you can see the mangonels just at the coming out. So he's got a big advantage when it comes to the line of sight, and that advantage that Maxi doesn't really have. And that's 1-for-1 shot, but none going down, 4 HP left. And Stefan actually managing to keep his mangonel alive with 3 HP. Now the villager comes to life and repairing this mangonel. At the same time, Stefan is going to be able to crush through this wall really fast. And Maxi still waiting for the second mangonel, which is only now at 83%, coming up soon. And 2 walls going down, and now Stefan actually can go in and is trying to do this. We may even see more outposts coming up for Stefan. He's sending the villager in, but the house first. And Maxi may be in trouble. Let's go a little bit slower. Want to see, did Stefan get any TCs? He's got 90 stone. Yeah, 1 TC coming up here, and 1 TC on the stone as well. The market will go down. 5 mangonels at 21 minutes and 30 seconds, which is a decent number, not a perfect number. You could go actually double siege workshop here. Maybe with the Celts would be better, but Vikings have the eco to do it. And of course, repairing this mangonel, it didn't go down, so you want to have it on full HP when you send it back to fighting. The market went down, the blacksmith maybe next, and Maxi again trying to send the mangonel forward, but almost losing it, 11 HP, because Stefan did get a good shot. And villager-wise, Maxi of course ahead, 14 villagers right now, and he's repairing the mangonel. Stefan going forward as well. And, no, did not hit the villager. Now the siege workshop is in danger of going down with 2 mangonels against 4. That's number 5, I thought. With 5 mangonels. Yeah, that's 5. I didn't see that one. But 3 against 5. Let's see. 1-for-1 here. That's actually a good trade here for Stefan right now, because he's got more mangonels and he should be able to get more mangonels if he wants to, but it's not happening right now. And we have 4 against 2, 4 against 3 again. To start, that was a spearman, but was not able to take down the mangonel, I guess. Now the rest of the mangonels going for that blacksmith. 65 against 47 villagers, and a castle coming up for Maxi behind those 2 TCs. Makes sense. Maybe a little bit more towards the left-hand side to cover the right-hand side, as well as this TC on the left. The scout going down to the mangonel shot. And now... oh, nice. Stefan actually losing a mangonel. That was good for Maxi. So he's able to defend this. Stefan did not fully commit, I feel. And going for mangonel push, but then not succeeding with it is dangerous sometimes, because you need to find a middle ground between how much, what do you call it? What can you do against your opponent that he is busy, that is not getting through with his boom, and at the same time get your eco running. 51 against 69 villagers, but Stefan sending more mangonels now, and I think he's gonna commit with the second siege workshop actually, as we can see right now. Mangonels, no, not going down, and the villager is gonna be healed, barely surviving. So Stefan looking good for now, because actually not really close to getting up to Imperial Age, and no more military units here. He's investing everything into the boom, and that means we have only a mangonel defense, and once they're gone, Maxi may be in trouble. At the same time, Watchtower coming up here. Watchtower defense is something I really nice like. Now the villager's down, tried to put an outpost here. I think 1 mangonel went down, that's another one. No, not going down here. The tower is up, and Maxi should be able to defend at this point, and he should be able to concentrate on his boom even more, because I don't see a way for Stefan to get in now, really. Does not have the number of mangonels he needs. Now spearman going down, and Maxi doing a really good job. Stefan still ahead. I guess that's because he killed more units and got more military units in the field. Is that correct? Actually, the KD is in favor of Maxi by a lot. I was wrong there. And that was 1 going down, 2 going down. Not too good at this point, but Maxi still got 2 mangonels left. Ooh, 2 HP. Can he get 1? Yes, that's 1-for-1 technically. That was good. And a few idle villagers, but otherwise both players may be looking into Imperial Age. Stefan's resources right now are looking really good. A lot of villagers on the main gold, few in stone still. And nice farming eco for what he's been doing right now, or what he's been doing in this game, which is attacking with mangonels. More mangonels on the way. That's 4 plus 2. And house at 75, going to Imperial Age very soon, I guess. 800 gold here for Maxi, 500 wood, but not enough food to get more villages out or to gather for Imperial Age. That means you need to fix, or you need to get more farms. Right now, a little bit of ceasefire before Stefan actually going forward, taking another villager down, attacking this mill. I like this watchtower, it's really providing a good protection for now. And we have Imperial Age click for Stefan while fletching coming up. He is the Viking, so he's probably going to go into Arbalest here, which makes sense. Von Mangonel getting one nice shot here for Maxi, going back immediately. Stefan won't really care, I think, because he's got 572s down and will have then required 650 to get the castle up. And I guess the castle is going to come up right in front of this outpost, in range of this TC, or the other way around. The TC will be in range of the castle, and then one trebuchets to take this one down. The question is Stefan transitioning into army, actually? Oh, the castle coming a little more defensive than I expected. Interesting to see. Do we have archer range? I don't see it. No, not happening. So Stefan will focus on the siege here, not going for any other units. He's got a few upgrades, but otherwise it's gonna be mangonels plus traps. Imperial Age click also for Maxi now. Still got 16. No, sorry, that's 26 more villagers. 25, 26 now. Calculations not the best today. And another outpost coming up. This castle's finished just when Stefan hit Imperial Age. That was beautiful. Look at this. And now get the trebuchet out. There we go. Is he going for any more upgrades? Another barracks coming up forward. I think Stefan is fearing some knights coming out for Maxi here, but this is not what's going to happen. Few villagers going to the left hand side, getting a barracks now. Didn't have that one before, few houses, and then maybe going for another TC, but we don't see any extra resources on this map, so escaping from your own base is something you can't really afford to do, because then you won't have any gold. The first trap is out, this siege workshop will go down, as well as the castle, as long as Max is not repairing it, and we're gonna see more traps coming out for Stefan. Nice shot here, trying to actually, and succeeding to take down all three mangonels at the cost of one. Second trap on the way, and now Maxi might be in trouble. He's just advanced Imperial Age. He's getting double trebuchet and repairing the castle, which is nice. Does he have stables? Is he going for knights? I guess so. We have Onager upgrade for Stefan, chain barding armor here for Maxi. I'm not sure about the Onager upgrade, because usually they don't really doing too good against Cavalier or upcoming Paladin, and we're not gonna see elite skirmishes from Maxi, I think. Well, the first traps are out, and are they counterattacking the castle? Yes, actually they're doing. And I think there is some theory about whether it's better to attack trebuchets or castles. I haven't really read those, because I don't know who invented the theory. I guess Chris might have had some influence here. Chris the legend, of course. Second castle behind for Stefan, because the first one is going down now. The Onagers might be able to do some damage to those trebuchets. Maybe that's the idea behind the Onager upgrade. Plain rail armor coming for Stefan, because he's got pikemen. This castle went down, so castles 1 for 1, 3 trebuchets against 4, but the Onagers are taking down, actually 4 against 4, but 2 of them being taken out really fast. The second castle also going down. The trebuchets might fall. Ooh, and that's the last one barely surviving. 7 HP. Needs to be repaired before it can attack again. And while Maxi is going to the left hand side with a few cavalier, he's just lost 2 castle, and that means he's housed at 130. While Stefan, having 100 villagers, is at 135 and attacking TCs. He's taking down 1 TC, 2 castles, another castle coming up here, and trebuchet being repaired. On top of that, castle, how do you call this? Now Stefan finally cancelling this out and going forward with pikemen, with onagers, with trebuchets. Actually, Maxi was not able to transition into army. He just took too long for that. Iron casting coming in, but there's only a few cavalier in those stables, I guess, coming up. Now 1, 2 traps trying to get through the walls. Actually, they might succeed. Stefan needs to repair this really fast, but he does not see this. Oh, this might be dangerous. Now I can see it, and the house coming up just in time. Some sort of base trade tried by Maxi is going out now, and there's the Cavalier trying to take down Onagers, but Monks and Pikemen means those Cavalier won't have an easy time. What is Stefan doing now? He's building a lumber camp here. I don't really like this position, and looks like Stefan, ooh, 3 conversions, may be able to take down all the eco here. At the same time, there is one Cavalier in, but Stefan managed to repair the wall once again, and only losing a TC here. We have a base trade. We have Stefan taking down all the villagers. We're trying to take down all the villagers and TCs, actually trying to claim the gold as well. And only a few Cavalier, but they're doing the damage. Now Pikemen coming up, so I don't think Stefan will have too much trouble. This cast is something I don't really like. I think he should have put it more to the back here to protect his economy, because this castle can be attacked by trebuchets, and there's a TC coming up on Stefan's gold as well. The woodline Cavalier coming in. This castle may not go up at the same time. Trebuchets taking down TCs, lumber camps, whatever. The Onagers doing a hell of a lot of damage, and we have a redistribution of the eco for Maxi towards the left hand side, while Stefan still trying to hold to grab onto his eco. He still got it up and running. 2 TCs on the woodlines. I really like this idea, because 3 TCs are gonna offer a lot of protections for a total of 45 villagers. And at the same time, same villager number, almost 70, 71, but Maxi is going to lose more and more. Those villagers are going to will have to run away, and there is one Cavalier. The Honor just taking out a few villagers, the pikemen trying to hunt them down. So I think Maxi, yeah, is going to lose a lot. 48 only left. This castle actually staying up because the trebuchet is not in range of the castle, probably. A few Cavalier running in, but Stefan is prepared for this, and now the pikemen are hunting down the Cavalier. Doesn't look good for Maxi. Stefan actually successful with his push. It took him to Imperial Age, but I don't see a fast way for Maxi to come back here. And the last of the villagers here are going down. 40 villagers behind, only 37 villagers. That's what you're used to have in early Castle Age, not in mid-Imperial Age. TC coming up on the gold, which is really nice. Stefan now doing the same thing that Maxi does, getting another foot for his eco. And finally, the trebuchet hitting the castle. It's going to go down eventually. It doesn't really matter, because at that time Stefan is already attacking the rest of the base from Maxi, which is on the outside. Maxi calling GG. Very nice game. Nice attempt to defend, but it took Maxi too long to get into army, and that's what cost him the game. The counter attack on Stefan's base was being defended quite well here, and that means Stefan leading this series now. Two victories against 1. Hope you enjoyed this game. See you in game 4, and GG.